Welcome to Flawless Game Movies. I'm Mr. Fine. Today we are going to continue where we left last episode. In the last episode we were investigating the fallen star, which turned out to be a man, but he lost his memories, so we are going to help regain his memories by retrieving his sword. But first of all, I'll show you guys the changes I made till last time, starting with my banner. I changed it up a little bit because I didn't really like the last one. I like this one a little bit more. But I will also toggle through the equipment, as you guys can see, with the only special thing to highlight is the two-handed axe we are wielding, and that's possible because of our passive heavily strength, which we unlocked last episode. So now we are wielding a two-handed weapon alongside a shield. And I hope it gives us a little bit more damage output. I also changed the primary skill to Smite, secondary skill to Shield Bash with Shattered Shield Room. So these two skills gives us a little bit of area of effect damage. The defensive is changed back to Shield Glare, and the utility is still Provoke, because it's the only one we unlocked, but I also like the fact that it regains us the Wrath. These are the skills of my follower, Heal and Loyalty. I've chosen Heal and Loyalty because I need some health regeneration right now, which I don't have on my equipment at this point in the game. So I've chosen to make the follower a support character because I think we have do enough damage on our own. So we are providing the damage output and he is providing a little bit of support.
Sword made whole will restore your memory.
I'll let you guys read this dialogue on your own, as always.
Of course. Just as the dead rose around the stranger, the sword pieces drove the goatmen to madness.
All goatmen are mad. They don't need a sword for that. But I will search their fields.
So in future episodes I might cut out the dialogues because they aren't really adding all that much to the game, but it depends a little bit on what feedback I get. Because we are really slowly progressing, although I'm only doing the main story instead of exploring and side quest. But I do think this Let's Play will take quite the amount of episodes if I don't cut these dialogues out. I might cut out some of the exploring as well and just show you guys the most important parts of the game. But that's a change I have to a choice I have to make for next week, I guess, because I do make these episodes right behind each other. So we'll see if I make that change. But for now we are testing this build. It's probably not the most optimal build, not even at this level, but I just want to try out these skills and see which one I like and which I don't, before trying internet builds and whatever. I haven't checked out the best builds yet for Paladin, Crusader, sorry. I say Paladin a lot because I am used to play the Hammerdin at Diablo 2, so it's a little bit in my system. And speaking of the Hammerdin, we're close to unlocking my favorite skill from Diablo 2, the Blessed Hammer. I absolutely loved that one. And let's see if we can deal a lot of damage with it over here as well. But we'll see. For now I'm trying this build this episode, and I will give it a try next episode, because it will unlock as soon as we turn level 12, which I assume we are going to hit this episode. What I first try is to just aggro them all with the smite ability, then I'm going to blind them and then single out with my shield bash, which is now dealing area of effect damage thanks to the shattered shield room. I try to single out the damage most to the savage beasts, because they deal the most rapidly damage in bursts. You can avoid them though, but I like to kill them first. And you need to get out of these exploding corpses, or at least imploding, whatever. Not that exciting if there's no enemy around, but it is when they are. The old mill, that's where we need to go after this quest. But we're now looking for the den. The Khazra den to be precise. That's the most annoying part about this game. I like the fact that they change up the maps, that it's randomly generated from one out of well, I guess a few, 5, 6 different layouts of the map, of the same area. But for these kind of let's plays it's kind of annoying, because I want to find this den and let you guys experience the main quests and not all this grinding for experience and searching. We might find the den over here, but I do not think it's the right one, because I don't see an arrow on my map. So it's probably the wrong one. And we'll check. Yes, it's the wrong one. Scavengers den, that's not what we're looking for. So we continue our search. This is the skill I meant. From the savage beast you can get out of range when they are preparing to burst at you. I can imagine that because of the amount of views I have right now on this channel, I can imagine that these episodes will be watched later on when we do have a little bit more views on the channel, and some viewers will backtrack these just to see how it all started out. And that's actually why I'm making these episodes, because I want to show you guys the end game stuff, but I also like the fact that everyone can see how it all started with this character. And I'm playing the game anyway with this Crusader, so why not record this for you guys and see if I can enjoy someone with it.
I require more life.
And in the meanwhile we were leveled up to level 12 and unlocked Blast Hammer. But as I said, I will use the Blast Hammer skill in the next episode and check that one out. And let's see if I like the skill enough to be my main skill even in the end game. I also have Paragon levels, because I was playing with my Demon Hunter a little bit last night and I gained some Paragon levels. And they do work on this character as well, but I haven't used them at this point. I will use them a little bit later on, but it's the same as with the pre-order start equipment. I try to do as much as possible of this Let's Play on our own. As you guys can see, I have also gained a little bit of money and stuff. on the other characters. So we do have a lot of money for this character, but I won't buy it that much. It's no use to either with this such a low level. So we'll try to find some stuff on our own. And if we find some stuff interesting, I will show you guys. For now we're trying to find this freaking den. As you guys can see, I'm doing constantly the same thing, trying to build up a little bit and maybe shield bash the stronger enemies, but at this point we are quite strong, so for this particular area. So this it doesn't really matter all that much what I'm really doing. Okay, this is an event, so I'm going to do this for you guys because I think it's nice that if it's here, we do change it up a little bit. Okay, so we need to kill 50 of these creatures, mostly plague carriers, to get a bonus chest. And on this character we haven't got the bonus chest, so let's give it a try. But they do need to spawn a little bit more, and there they are. So now we can go wild. Just build up some wrath and then try to kill with our shield bash. Taunt ability, provoke. And we do got the bonus chest. No, we don't. 49 instead of the 50 which were required for the bonus chest. Which is a shame really, but what can you do? One kill away. I wouldn't consider it a failure, but it's kind of shame. We should be able with this build to kill 50 enemies in the timer. Okay, apparently not. So we do open the cursed chest because of course we didn't die and kill the creatures. As I'm seeing these creatures going down, and the ease we have at this point, might even consider going up a difficulty, but there's maybe something for the next episode, or that episode after that, because we're going to check out first the other skills, and if those are as effective as this one or even more effective, we can go up a little bit in difficulty, because we do like the challenge. And let's open up this free chest after we kill these Moon Clan warriors. Let's see what it got. Money, of course. If anyone wants to play Diablo with me, higher levels, this one, or even the hardcore, I need to start a new hardcore character, then you guys are welcome. And still checking out maybe the middle area. We are close. We should be able to get a arrow into the right direction. Come on. What I do remember, that's also why I think most of the viewers which will view this will backtrack these if the end game videos are being watched a little bit more, is that I do remember for Diablo 2 that the grind to the higher tiers, the higher levels, was such a pain in the ass. If you already knew what was coming, it wasn't particularly exciting to do or exciting to see. And I am excited for these skills to try them out, but the areas are getting a little bit stale because you just want to get to level 70 and you want to get to the end game stuff and grind for the ultimate items. At least that's how I feel. There we got our waypoint.
Stop the attacks on these farms, or the people of Tristram will starve.
And a mortar minion. I find it quite weird that they have minions which are of a different species than the bosses or the elite creatures are. Cruel far shot. And we're level 13. Going up little by little. We got Steed Charge. Going to try that out as well, and Vigilance. And there we are. So let's kill these ones and then get into the Khazra then. I do find it hard to choose from passives because most of the passives, a few of the passives are very useful, but they're also they're always more than the 3 which were in the original Diablo 3 and now the 4 which you get in this edition. So you gotta make the choice. It all depends on which skills you have currently equipped. But for now I do like the Heavenly Strength because we just get a much stronger weapon. And the most of the time, at least in the beginning, you are fighting with your weapon. So I do like to equip that. And we have to now really, because I don't have a one-handed weapon which is on par with this weapon. If we do get it, a one-handed weapon which is slightly worse than this one, I'll probably equip it to try out the other ones, because with a higher attack rate you deal more damage with a slightly worse one-handed weapon than with a two-handed weapon. So let's kill these creatures and then get the sword piece. They look like leprechauns with these hats. At least I think so, these dark cultist mages.
I am a crusader.
Regardless, I have claimed it. I am Magda, and I lead this coven. The shard is mine.
I disagree.
Very well. Let the games begin.
Let's kill these zealots.
Well fought, but you will never possess the next piece. It has fallen where only the ancients may tread.
She is more devious than she appears.
Well, we got the first shard, so let's TP back to Deckard Cave so we can take a look at it.
Here is a piece of the sword. It was held by a witch and her coven.
Uncle Deckard, you sound like those dark cultists you told me about.
Very good, Leah. You have been paying attention. Stranger, does any of this jar your memory?
I have no memory of this coven, but I sense a far darker shadow guiding its hand.
Their leader, Magda, said the next piece fell where only ancients may tread.
That makes me think of the drowned temple near the festering woods. I remember you telling me about it, Uncle.
Exactly, Leah. The temple was home to the Nephilim. Leah, your knowledge could be invaluable. You must go and help our friend retrieve the sword piece.
The Nephilim were ancient humans with fantastic powers. Legend holds that they waged a terrible battle near the temple, and that their ghosts still war with one another. You and I aren't so different. I have great
So we're going to
power
get
within
the
me.
second
The only
piece,
difference
but
is
first we
no
need to
control over
travel
it.
through the old mill, which we just saw in the first part of this video.
The power is so great that I don't know. It scares me.
You there, please help. They're going to kill my friend.
And we found the second follower, the scoundrel. And after this quest we get the choice to get the scoundrel or choose the Templar. And I'm still going with the Templar because of the support role, but I will change it up to the scoundrel a little bit later.
I'll never tell you.
Release the girl. The relic belongs to her.
You actually believe what this scoundrel tells you? Fine, you fools. We'll kill the both of you.
Let's get these thieves out of the way.
Not enough left.
They're not really strong.
You won't get away from us this time.
Nigel. Let's kill you. We miss completely with the shield glare. I find that skill, although it's quite strong and it does work with the blind, and now with the upgrade that you deal a little bit more damage to blinded enemies, I do find it hard to target at times. I'm just running away from the mobs and then forget to turn around to use the skill. And we got our first unique, or at least a legendary item.
Here's the relic, my love. I
And
like you asked.
normally I would show you guys my equipment pieces at the beginning of the video, and I will do so, continue to do so for a few episodes, for the next few episodes, but this time around I will not identify it until I show you guys next time, so we can see together what we get.
You wish to join my crusade? It's a hard path.
So I will identify it in the beginning of the next episode.
Relic is a fake. Gods, I should have known. You seem like you could use a helping hand.
And then we can decide if it's any better than what we got equipped right now. And I know for sure that we can destroy these pillars.
What of your betrothed?
Betrothed? Do I look like the marrying kind to you? By the way, my name is Lyndon.
What the tomes say of Alaric and this temple is not encouraging.
Good, the scoundrel, we can choose the scoundrel over the Templar right now, but for now I'm going with the Templar as stated, because of the supportive skills, and still like it.
Guardian, Uncle Deckard told me of your
And we need to get 2 spheres now
It was a myth.
to place on top of the pedestal so we can enter
No,
the temple.
there have been no Nephilim for a millennium.
And if I take a look at the length of this video, I'm going to get the 2 spheres, but we are entering the temple next time.
Keys from the outlying tombs,
get the last two pieces of the last two shards of the sword of the fallen star, the stranger, in next episode, which will be up this weekend as well, if I'm correct, because I don't upload them myself. And that's because I'm quite lazy, to be honest. Come on, let's kill these ghouls. We find a few rare items along the way in this video, so I might update the equipment a little bit again. Always kill, if possible, kill these nests first, or tomb guardians for at least the creatures that are summoning these beasts. Because especially if you got multiple of those, they can get your screen a little bit swamped in enemies, and then it's hard to get to them, at least if you don't have targeted damage. So let's particular area of effect damage, like Fist of the Heavens or something like that, something we will see a little bit later. Fist of the Heavens, by the way, is a other skill which transisted from the Paladin to this Crusader class from Diablo 2 to Diablo 3, and Fist of the Heavens was the strongest skill of one of the skill trees of the Paladin. It was more used of the PvP side, as far as PvP was considered in Diablo 2. Because that's the only thing I'm missing a little bit. They do have an arena, but there's not much PvP going on that I know. But then again, I haven't checked the internet as well for these kind of stuff. So, killing one skeleton after the other, disassemble bone by bone. Let's kill these tomb guardians. For the people who don't know what the reflecting pools are, they are pools which you consume and then you get a experience bonus, and they carry over from game to game. So let's say I quit Diablo and then pick it up next week, the experience pool is still available to my character until I die. And they add a experience bonus to what you are doing. So for now, for instance, I just reflected in one pool, or gazed in one pool of reflection, and therefore I get a 25% bonus in experience. So let's first kill these enemies of the spirits, which we summoned by pressing the statue of the Nephilim. You see a Nephilim traitor, so I'm going to kill that as well. They do have knockback, I see, but I can't really be bothered by the knockback skill, because most of the time they don't have They don't have advantage having that.
It's over. For now.
I studied these battles in Kane's books, but seeing them
Let's
is
get
much
the
worse.
second beacon. I called them spheres earlier, but they are beacons. And then we'll return. Speaking of return, we are going to kill some returns. I do think they, because the electrified opponents were quite strong in the earlier versions of Diablo. So strong that they were quite hard to kill in the earlier levels, but they are capable, still capable of doing a lot of defensive damage, but they're not as strong as I can remember.
My own little inn somewhere, if I live.
So let's get the second beacon.
If you ever want a job, I will consider your credentials.
I have answered my call, but I thank you.
Let's get this extra experience out of the way.
I saw the truth in his eyes. Why did he order me to guard the beacon of honor? Those shambling things are slaughtering my people in the forest above, and there's nothing I can do to stop it.
I do like these skills. We have tried this episode, especially the area of effect damage, which was stronger than I anticipated, but we'll compare it to Blast Hammer next time, which is also an area of effect skill, but it's quite static. So we're traveling back to Tristram so I can end this episode, this video. As I was saying, next time we will try the Blast Hammer. I will identify the legendary item at the beginning of the episode, so you guys can see what we got, just as at the same time as I am capable of. So I hope you guys like these changes I made, especially with my banner, of course. And I hope you guys like this episode, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.